Okay, I am back. I'm so sorry about that. I had a consultant who lives here in town knock on my door, and well, she was needing some holiday flyers. So I had to pause, and besides, I didn't really know where I was trying to tell you to go to look for the policies and procedures yourself. But now I do, and so this is update September 2012 2 of 2, and it'll be real quick here. But basically what you do if you want to go in and look at the new policies, and I recommend that you do, like I said, Cincy updated the policies around March of this year, but they've updated them again around July. And anything highlighted in yellow means it's been newly added. So you guys, it's really important to kind of go in and at least go through the newly added stuff. And that's kind of why I want to do this little video, to go over some important stuff. Like I said in one of two, in training 1 of 2 of this, that where I cut off before. I said that the reason I want to go over these policies is because there's several consultants, and not just on our team, like tons, who aren't aware of some of these newer policies that I think are kind of important. So I just want to go over a couple of them real quick, and I really think that this might just be the beginning of a series of trainings that I do, where I pick a little part of the policies and just cover really briefly a different important section of the policies, just maybe once a month or something like that. I might just go through and cover something over some policy. But anyway, you go into your resources tab in your workstation. So log into your workstation, click the resources tab on the left, click Cincy Family Documents, and then once you do that, you'll see a document way towards the right. It should be on your guys' computer, but it'll say Independent Consultant Agreement. That is the policies and procedures that you need to click and look at. And I'm just going to go over some of them. I'm not going to read them word for word, give you the policy number and all that stuff. If you would like that information, you can look up yourself, or you can contact me and I can help you find it. One of the big new things is that so many consultants, and I was recently reminded by one of the consultants on our team, but there's like tons of consultants who are in my area, in your area, in areas across the country, who do not realize with these multiple brands that, one, you cannot do more than one brand at a booth or an event. So like at a fair or a show or any type of public booth or event where there's other direct sell companies there. So like if there's other direct selling companies there and it's in like a public location or something like that, you can only do one of the Cincy family brands, okay? So if it's at a booth or event, you can pick Cincy, Velada, or Grace Adele, and you can only do one of them at that event, okay? You cannot do like all of them. You can't even have like business cards of all of them. So you want to be aware of that. Next thing is that if you're doing an open house or even a party where a customer wants you to come in and do a party, you are allowed to bring all 3 brands, or just 2 of them, or whatever you want. If the customer wants to do a Grace Adele, Cincy, and Velada party all at the same time, while I don't recommend that, and I doubt Cincy, I mean, there's different sides on that. If it's a huge holiday party, it'd probably be great. If it's a normal party, it's probably not going to turn out the best. So, I mean, I would try to keep it to a minimal on how many brands you're going to have there. But you are totally welcome. Like, I'm doing an open house tomorrow, and I'm having all 3 brands, and that is in the policy. And there's also something that's even easier for you to go to. It's an FAQ on Cincy Family new brand FAQ or something like that, and it tells you in there also that you are allowed to do that. And you guys can look that up. Next thing, there's a lot of consultants on not just our team, and I wouldn't say there's a lot on our team, there's a couple on our team, and there's a lot on several other teams I know that are going to be watching this training as well, possibly. I mean, I'm going to share it with them. But I just wanted to outline this real quick because this has changed. It used to be that Cincy said that you couldn't participate in a direct sales company that directly competed with Cincy. So in the past, that was any kind of candle company or any kind of other company that sold warmers and wax or anything like that as their basis. It used to be that you couldn't participate in those. Well, Cincy had, like, such as Party Light, for instance. But Cincy has recently changed that to where you can participate in more than one of those. And I think the reason they kind of did that is to allow, like, a Party Light consultant to sign up and maybe make a decision whether she wanted to sell Party Light or Scentsy, which one she thought maybe was better. And you can do that, and I know that I've, in the past, I've heard this on director calls, where they'll mention that a consultant tries to get away with selling another company like that by signing her husband up. Well, most direct sales companies, they don't look at the name per se, they look at the household. So for like Scentsy, only one Scentsy consultant can sell per household. And when the policy was a Scentsy consultant couldn't participate in another brand, a direct selling company that directly competed with Scentsy, which was candles, that would be where if a Scentsy consultant wanted to sell Party Light too and she signed her husband up, it would still be against policy because they look at the household. But now that that policy's gone, it doesn't really matter. So if a Scentsy consultant was going to look at selling another direct sales company, no matter what it is, they wouldn't have to go to the trouble, which they shouldn't, of signing up like maybe their spouse, because Scentsy doesn't look at that, they look at the household. So I just wanted to make that clear that even if you wanted to do that, you could, because they look at the household, not at the name. So I mean, that's something that you should know, that it is okay now, whereas it didn't used to be, where now you can do that. But the only thing is on that is that you cannot cross-promote. So that being said, you cannot take your Scentsy customers and try to promote them to your other direct selling venture, whatever it is. And you cannot like go towards your upline or your downline and try to get them to buy from your other direct selling venture unless they come to you. So like if you're posting on Facebook and they come to you, that's fine. You can't post it in like a Facebook Scentsy team page or in any Scentsy page for that matter, or Velada or Grace Adele. And you can't like call them, mass call them or mass email them or mass message them in any way, a whole bunch of Scentsy consultants to your other direct selling venture. That is all called cross promoting, and you may not do that. So, and that's something that I will not tolerate. If somebody is selling something else, that's fine. Just do not post it in any Scentsy page, because you will get in trouble. And I mean, if it's something like, just talk to me first. If you have a question about it, just talk to me first. Just ask me first. Like, I know in the past we've posted things about Courtney Messner's Heritage Maker stuff, and that's something where I think it's helping consultants. It's not like she's trying to like cross promote it. It's actually designing really good business cards, and I design stuff. So I mean, just talk to me first if you have a question about it. And then the next thing is, what was I looking at here? Okay, here it is. The next thing is the new policy about selling for other direct selling companies is that if you have downline and you are, I'm going to read this one word for word, loss of downline resulting from request by a frontline consultant because a sponsor is participating in another direct selling company. Because of actual or potential conflicts of interest and the difficulties in avoiding cross-promoting, Scentsy Family will grant the request of a consultant's frontline who seeks to roll up to the consultant's immediate upline with the company when the company confirms that, one, the consultant or member of his or her immediate household alleged to be with another direct sell company. So do you see, well, you can't see, but it says the consultant or member of his/her immediate household. So this goes into if you signed your husband up for something. He's in your household. They look at the household. Alleged to be with another direct selling company is in fact participating in that company, and the consultant or member of his or her immediate household refuses to terminate the relationship with the other direct selling company. So basically what this is saying, I know that was a lot really wordy, basically what this is saying is if you are participating in another direct selling company, whether you're a director or not, this is any consultant, if you're participating in another direct selling company and you have downline in Scentsy, and let's say your Scentsy frontline doesn't want to be under you because you're participating in another direct selling company, that downline of yours can email into Scentsy and say, hey, my sponsor is now selling for this other company, I want to roll up to the next sponsor. Cincy's going to start granting that. They can do that. Now, if you have a second tier who their sponsor doesn't choose to roll up, they can't roll up out from under the second tier and from under you. It can only be your front line because your second tier has another sponsor. And if their sponsor isn't selling something else, then that's fine. There's nothing they can do about it. So only your front line, the people who you have directly recruited and sponsored, can choose to roll up over you. They won't be over you, but they'll roll up to your sponsor, basically, if you're participating in another direct sale company. And they can do that. All they have to do is email into Cincy, and Cincy will grant that. So that's something that you want to be aware of. I mean, your downline can just leave you just like that, and they don't have to give you any warning of it at all. I mean, it says that Cincy will confirm that you are doing that, and it looks like they will contact you to see if you want to terminate your relationship with that other direct selling company first. So it looks like you will get a little bit of a warning there. But if you stay with the other direct selling company, you can lose your downline, so that's a risk that you take. But most likely your downline is not going to choose to leave you unless you are cross-promoting to them and they don't like it, or if you're not fulfilling your sponsor duties and they feel like they need somebody who's more focused on just Cincy. So just be aware of that. I'm not picking on anybody here. I just want everybody to be completely aware of what the policies are, because that's a lot to risk. Just in case some of you are selling in other companies, and that's fine if you want to. I so totally understand. I just want you to be aware of the risks in it, and I want you to just make sure that you maybe let me know or something if you're going to need help, or if you have questions, just contact me. And then, again, I encourage, if you are in another one, to read about the cross-promoting, because, I mean, even it says that you may not even offer literature or promotional materials or samples from another direct sell company to Cincy Family Consultants. So you can't even do that. If they come to you, that's fine, but you can't even do that. And like I said, I am seriously not picking out anyone on our team or on any team in Cincy. I just want to, this is a really tough subject to talk on, because I don't want anybody to think, oh, she's talking about me, because seriously, no names come to mind. I think we have a great team, and I have never came across anybody on our team cross-promoting in any way. But I just know that this is a big issue. Like I've told you guys, I've been communicating with several other Cincy consultants who are not on our team in my area and in other areas, and I just know it's a big issue that a lot of people, a lot of people are worried about. So I just want to make sure. I'm sorry, I had a big scare there for a second, if you noticed my facial expression. I thought that maybe I had been talking here this whole time and I didn't hit the record button, because I hit this page and it said 0, and I thought, crap, have I been sitting here talking to myself and not hitting the record button? But I did, so it's okay. But I just want to go ahead and wrap this up because it's lasting too long. But just give me a call if you have any questions. Like I said again, I'm just going to this is going to be one of many over policies that I'm going to do, because I want to pick out important policies and just educate you guys on them. So, alright, well, I hope you guys have a great rest of the month. And I'm thinking about doing monthly team meetings in the house, if you guys will show up in my house, for whoever will show up to that, for that matter. But let me know what you guys think. Alright, see ya, bye.